Hey guys, welcome to the next part of Let's Play Football Manager 2015 with Derby County. And this is how the table has finished then for the 2022-23 season. And yeah, I think it's another positive season end, lads. Sixth place with Derby. I don't think it's too bad at all, if I'm being honest, considering where we were at the end of last season. And now we've managed to jump 10 whole places. Finishing 16th, of course. Imagine now Swansea next season finishing 6th. It probably isn't going to happen. But there's been a substantial improvement. I don't think it's been down to the change of players. A lot of these players were here the previous season. It's just they've changed up a lot of things. Obviously, I brought in a bit of quality, but I do like to think, anyway, that I've changed a lot of good things, changed a lot of things for the better. Obviously, the goals against column, once again, is not very good. However, the goals for column is exceptional. So much so, we're the fourth highest goal scorers in the league. We've actually scored more than the champions. One more, but that's not the point. It's only one, but who cares? The champions, in case you couldn't tell, are Liverpool. Yep, I don't know either. It's 2023, who knows? Aston Villa, meanwhile, are languishing now in mid-table. Luis Enrique is the manager. A few players like, Torre, Butland, El Amrani. They're doing okay, but they're not kicking on like I thought they would. So you got your bog standard top four, then comes City. I do think it would have been a complete nightmare if we'd managed to qualify for the Champions League. I mean, next season us in the Champions League would have gone very, very wrong. I've talked about before about the story of Gretna, how you don't want to grow too quick, too fast, too quickly. And again, I think 5th, 6th was about right, as high as you want to go. So we're in the Europa League next season. We'll just see how we do with that then. So in terms of transfers and stuff, since you were last with me, let's see. Where? I don't think I've bought any in. I don't think I've sold anyone either. So, we'll go over quickly then since the Capital One Cup final. Obviously, if you want to know how you're about to be spoiled. But if you'd like to see the live commentary of the Capital One Cup final between us and Arsenal, let me tell you, it's a good game. Go ahead and click the last video. It should be the one before this one. In the old video section. So we actually finished fairly strongly, only losing 3 games from the start of March to virtually the end of May, which I was quite happy with. Managed to beat Reading 3-2. Conor Mahoney with 2 goals, and when it wants to load, there we go. Adam Forshaw with the other. John Joe Shelby now at Reading. He is 31 years old. Why has he got hair? Wink. Yeah, hold on. That's I think Saville is a good player. That's probably the lad from Chelsea. Sorry. In case you don't know, you can't actually find. I know a few people are curious about this. You can't actually have a regen on this called James, Jimmy, or Jim Saville. Just in case you were wondering. There is a list somewhere. If you go to the Our Football Manager Games subreddit, you can find a list in the top posts of the band names. You have your usual stuff like Osama bin Laden, Saddam Hussein, Charles Manson, names like that. But yeah, it's really strange to see Adolf Hitler, Dick Fanny, things like that. 2-2, anyway, moving on. 2-2 at home against Arsenal. So I wouldn't call it retribution or anything, but a damn sight better, I guess, than going out on penalties. Then again, that was technically a draw. Got another draw here. Gallio and Mahoney with 2 goals. Unfortunately, once again, because this is Football Manager and this is what it likes to do, we collapse and forfeit a 2-goal lead. Still, a point against Arsenal isn't bad. I wish it wouldn't stop going to the top like that. 2-1, unfortunately, a defeat in the derby, in the Midlands derby here against Nottingham Forest, the Brian Clough Cup, as it's otherwise known. 2-1, yeah, my record in away derbies, it's just awful. It really is shambolic. And I don't know how to fix this. Rocco Gallio did score for us late on, But yeah, again, I got no feedback off the game on how we were doing here. They had more shots. They were probably the better team overall, but I don't think anyone of us played particularly badly. Then we went on a nice little run here, beating Norwich 5-3. Forshaw with 2 goals, Malone and Perry with the other goals. Went to White Hart Lane and managed to thrash Tottenham 3-1, which was really nice. Lingard, Forshaw and Gallio again. You can start to see, the same old people scoring here. Lingard another one with 2. Gallio with another one against Preston. This was really no. I think Preston had been relegated at this point. There's that Dennis Lewis again, and yes, that really is Socrates Papastopoulos, otherwise known as Socrates, playing for Preston. It's been a bit of a journeyman, really, if you look at it. Milan, Genoa, AEK Athens, Werder Bremen, Dortmund, Madrid, Chelsea, Roma, Moscow, all over the place. And yeah, we were 3-0 up inside 6 minutes. Make of that what you will. Moving on, we then actually got a draw. Carl Jenkinson, of all people, scoring. Yes, Carl Jenkinson in the 93rd minute to earn us a point against City. I think City at this point were way in front. I think they still had like a 7 or 8 point lead over us in terms of, I think, it might have been Champions League. Look at that. Total fluky goal. I mean, as you can imagine, it was not going to be anything other than a fluky goal. But if I'm right here, yeah, I still think City had a lead over us. I'm sorry, I've got a bit confused there. I thought they were in the Champions League places, my bad. They were still ahead of us, but we weren't going to give it up. I mean, if we show you I'll show you in fact now, if you look at the recent, the league positions, looking at the wrong spot there, we were actually 6th. Look at that, just a straight flat line. 6th. If we look at that in more detail, you'll find that we were actually 6th from the 2nd of January. So that's all we've been. That's all it's been. 6th place all year. Obviously, I know there's this part here, but that was all 2022. In terms of 2023, we were there. Just 6th place all year. We actually into Anfield managed to get a 2-1 win. Bentaleb and Poyet, the 2 defensive midfielders, with the goals. In fact, I'll show you this now. Coutinho drew Liverpool level. I'm just looking at this Liverpool team thinking, that's a good defence. Wish we had something like that now. Wouldn't that be handy? And yeah, we just... Poyet, look at that, near post. Was it a glitch? I don't know. Whatever, don't really care. It's not a glitch. No. To answer the question, no, it wasn't a glitch. Stevens, another near post one, I guess. 50 league goals for Coutinho there, which was nice. And Bentaleb with the penalty, sending the keeper, or giving the keeper the eyes, I suppose. And he went down the middle. The keeper dived the right way, and or the wrong way, I should say. Dive to his right. And yeah, got us a point. 3 points there, very handy. And then our last win of the season, Keith Jeffries with 2 goals as we beat Sunderland 2-0. Then we finished on a bit of a shitty note with losing 4-3 to West Brom. Let's see, there's Toby Pearson. Pretty good play. He's only got 1 England cap. I imagine he'll have more. Finishing is 18, his acceleration's 19, work rate 17. He's a pretty good player, this boy. Pedro Suarez there with 2 goals. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how much of you are going to be seeing of him in the near future. He's not all that great, to be honest. That was a bit of a shame, but I think at this point we were dead heat in 6th place. I think we couldn't move up or down, so I may have instant resulted these last 2 just so I could get on with building this team. And then look at this, Dabro for Huddersfield Town scoring a bloody hat-trick on the last day of the season. Lewis Allen, bit of a shame really. It was never really good enough. And again, another player you're probably going to see leave at some point. So I can't complain, if I'm being honest, considering we were originally expected to avoid relegation in terms of the board expectations, then finish mid-table. To finish in a Europa League spot is really, really good. There is genuine talent in this England team. In this... I think that's just a quote I've said for a long time. There's genuine talent in this England team. It's just not put to very good use. Sort of the same here with Derby. There is a lot of talent here, but players like Iman Goma, it's like he has really good potential, but he doesn't use it. He's not really good. And we just need to weed out a lot of the crap that I've got here and replace them with good stuff. People like a Jeffries, like an Allen, like a Suarez, like a that guy, I can't say his freaking name ever. You know, Tarkowski. Oh, no, Tarkowski. I tell you why, Tarkowski's a good player. That's harsh on him. Carl Jenkinson, you know, Aduro, Malone. You know, getting in some better, proper quality players that can actually, you know, play well in Europe. You know, they can really take the club forward. I'm not expected to win the Europa League, God no, but there's definitely opportunity maybe to get to the knockout rounds. I'd be happy with that. Adam Stevens, and a few people have been asking for me to show attributes and how players are developing. So this is Adam Stevens. Now, he is my number one keeper and has been for a couple of years now, I think. Sorry, not a couple of years, sorry, 1 year, beg your pardon. And 21 years old, he's already got 2 appearances for England. This guy's going to be amazing. He's light-hearted. His leadership's already 16. That's incredible at that age. Determination 17. Potentially a future captain. I really like him. I think he's awesome. Potential of 5 stars there, obviously. So he should at least really be hitting that 4-star. Potentially 5, hopefully. Unfortunately, Alex Smith is going to be on his way out. I don't think did he play this season? He played a few cup games, but I think that's it, really. Who else have we got then? Who else would you like to see? Diego Poyetti's been really good. An average rating of 7.28. Absolute bargain, in my opinion, for $4.5 million. He didn't do a whole lot in terms of stats. You know, he only got the 1 goal. He got an assist, a couple of yellow cards. But he's very, very consistent. I mean, look at that league average rating, 7.28. If you can get an average rating of about 7.1 over, then I think you're doing pretty well. Jesse Lingard's another one. He's coming to his peak now, or maybe at his peak. But of course, you know, plays with great physicals, you know, obviously agility, acceleration, pace, etc. Generally, they will start to sort of go down, I guess, in terms of the slope. But no, we had a really good season again. 13 goals, 7 assists, 5 player of the matches. Again, I can't argue with the value. I mean, okay, I didn't buy him, but he's done pretty damn well. So they're just a couple of players. I think you're going to see a lot of players move on soon. Shane Duffy, obviously, I don't know again how long he's got left. 31 years old. I'd imagine 3 or 4 more years. Cracking player, I can't deny. For £3.5 million, been the captain now for I think 3 years, and yeah, awesome player, an absolutely awesome player. That then I think is probably going to do it for me. So I will be back then in February. Apologies for the short video today, lads, but you know, we had the cup final and so on, and I didn't want to drag this one on too much. Obviously, again, if you have any requests, if you any players you'd like to see or anything like that, I'm not going to be your scouting service. I don't mean, you know, how's Suarez getting on now or whatever. You know, I don't mean that. But if any players you want to see in my team, please do let me know, and we'll go on and show you and talk about how they've developed and so on and so forth. So that's going to do it for me. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Good.